And we welcome you to Charlotte, North Carolina tonight for our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. It's a good one in the South Meck 4A Conference with the Sabres of South Meck taking on the Myers Park Mustangs, two 4A powers vying for that top seed in the South Meck 4A Conference. Hi, everyone. Kendall Lewis here with you on BahakelSports.com tonight. We're glad you're tuned in with us. Let's jump right into it. Cam Bagwell, the starting pitcher for South Meck tonight. This guy does a little bit of everything. UNC Wilmington commit. His stock continually rising. 6'5" righty. We'll take a look at the South Meck defensive alignment tonight. You got Bagwell on the rubber. Of course, Blake Nicholson catching, Louis Hill at first. Charlie Fernandez at second. Brimmer's over at third. Chris Short at shortstop. Brody Taylor in left. Rhett Barker in center. And Reese Girton out in right field for South Meck. South Meck in the white unis tonight. Red numbers, red letters across the front. Once again, we're glad you're tuned in with us on BahakelSports.com. Again, here's a look at the South Meck 4A Conference standings. You see right there, Myers Park checks in at 5-1 on the season. South Meck 16-3, 4-2 in the conference right now. These two teams going to play twice this week, tonight and Friday night. And here's Cam Bagwell, the 6'5" righty on the first offering. It's in there, called a strike, and we are underway at 6:50. First pitch here in our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Bo Aloise, the first baseman, to lead it off for Myers Park. He'll take a cut, lines this one right off the tip of the glove of Louis Hill. And a runner aboard to start things off for the Mustangs. Take a second look. Hard hit line drive right at Louis Hill at first base. And that brings up William Washburn.
Am I still working?
Well, Washburn in that two spot, third baseman for Myers Park. Awaits the offering from Bagwell, lays down a bunt. Bagwell gloves it, goes the first, low throw. They get the out, but it advances Aloise to second base, and a runner in scoring position here early for the Mustangs. Here comes Edgar Johnson, the center fielder for Myers Park. A quick word between Nicholson and Bagwell.
For Myers Park, number 21, junior Edgar Johnson.
And Edgar Johnson, a guy that's paced this Myers Park team in average this year at the plate. Just a junior, talented kid that receiving college interest already as Johnson awaits the pitch. It's in there, called a strike. We talked about Cam Bagwell, who is the UNC Wilmington commit. Of course, his draft stock continues to rise. He could be a draft pick. Throws it with an 88-93. His fastball's topped out at 94. Was talking with Coach Hoop earlier before this one. He jumps ahead 0-2 in the count. One out, runner in scoring position for the Mustangs. Bagwell takes a peek. He'll kick and fire. Swing and a whiff, strike three. There's the first one of the night for Cam Bagwell.
Strikeout round number 2. And brings to the plate for the Mustangs, number 11.
2 down for the Sabres. And here comes Sam Barber. Well, Cam Bagwell, typically a 3-pitch guy. Fastball, slider, and he's got that cutter that you'll notice as well in his pitch arsenal. Steps off the rubber here. Sam Barber at the plate. He's had a really good year. He's one of those seniors on this Myers Park team. Currently at the top of the league. called strike. Oh, Myers Park, a team that was eliminated in the Sweet 16. Third round of the state playoffs a season ago. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. 0-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Bo Ruiz, the runner in scoring position at second base for the Mustangs. Here's the 0-2. Up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kendall Lewis here with you on BahakelSports.com tonight. It's again the first of 2 regular season meetings. Conference tournament for these 2 teams in the South Meck begins next week. And the 1-2 slapped foul. Samuel Barber stays alive for the Mustangs. Bagwell looks back over towards second. He'll kick and fire. This one swung on, lifted out into left center field, and catch made by Rhett Bunker. And that'll retire the top half of the first inning. No runs, no hits, there was an error, and a runner left on base. No score. We'll be right back on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week.
Fans, South Meck Baseball invites you to check out our concession stand located near the entrance to the field behind the bleachers.
We welcome you back to our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first inning between South Meck and Myers Park. And we'll take a look at the starting pitcher, Rodney Dunham, tonight for Myers Park. This is a kid, part of this deep pitching rotation for the Mustangs of Myers Park. Dunham, a fastball, curveball, changeup guy, and he is a multi-talented athlete, a multi-sport athlete at Myers Park, is really good on the gridiron. Coach Eric Forrest said earlier that this kid, a Division I prospect in football and in baseball, and he gets the start tonight for Myers Park. As we take a look at the Myers Park defensive alignment around Dunham tonight, who will start on the rubber. You got Sam Barber behind the dish, Bo Aloise at first base, Max Perry at second, William Washburn at third, Evan Howard at short, and then in the outfield, Price Bailey in left, Edgar Johnson in center, and Gray Anderson, the right fielder tonight for the Myers Park Mustangs, as South Meck comes to the plate. Myers Park got a runner in scoring position in Bo Aloise. He was left on second back in the top half of the first inning. Charlie Fernandez, Brody Taylor, and Reese Girton are 1, 2, 3 in the South Meck order. And we get set to begin as we look back at some of those moments from the top half of this first inning. And Kendall Lewis with you. This is our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Here's the left-handed hitting Charlie Fernandez at the plate. Dunham on the bouncer on the first pitch.
Yeah, it's the ball.
Dunham will come set again. He'll kick and fire. And it's low. Back-to-back misses downstairs for Rodney Dunham. And this one inside. Rough start for Dunham. 3-0 count on Charlie Fernandez, who has got a .532 on-base percentage. 3-0 fastball, it's in there, call the strike. We mentioned Rodney Dunham, a two-sport athlete for Myers Park. Division I football and baseball prospect, and he battles back. We're full, 3-2. Charlie Fernandez, the second baseman at the plate. Dunham gets the sign. Here comes the payoff. Swung on. It's a ground ball hit to second base. Perry, the glove, and the flip over to first. There's one down for the Mustangs. Take a second look.
Number 15, the real Brody Taylor.
And Brody Taylor, the left fielder, up to the plate for South Meck in the Sabres. Brody Taylor, a Catawba Valley Community College commit. He's heading to play at the JUCO ranks. That is a really talented JUCO program. Put kids out at the Division I level for many, many years. 1-0 pitch. Squared up at a ball and a strike. South Meck 16 wins on the year, 16-3, 4-2 in the conference. Swing and a whiff. Count will be at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Myers Park 15 wins on the year, 15-4. They're 5-1. These two teams have been the cream of the crop in the SOMAC this year. Good pitch in there, and Dunham collects his first strikeout. 2 down for Myers Park as we get a second look at the replay.
Now subbing up for the Sabres, number 6, junior Reese Gerton.
That brings up the right fielder, Reese Gerton. Good mixtures of lefties in this order for South Meck tonight. Dunham on the first pitch, it's up high. Dunham again misses low. That's been his miss so far. Watched him battle back. Delivered 3 straight balls to start it off to Fernandez. And then forced the ground out to second base. Then came back with a strikeout looking. Here he is again, another 3-0 count. Bottom of the first inning. No score, 2 down for the Mustangs. Gerton awaits the pitch. And there's the fastball. It's in there, called a strike. Good crowd on hand tonight at South Meck High School. Mentioned these two teams will play tonight and Friday night, twice this week. The top 2 teams in the league right now in the SOMAC 4A. And we're full again, 3-2. Dunham on the payoff again. It's low this time. There's a walk and a runner aboard for the Sabres.
To the plate for the Sabres, number 21. The big guy, Cam Bagwell.
Here comes the pitcher, Cam Bagwell, to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on. Dunham will throw back to first to Bo Aloise. Dunham will throw back again. Reese Girton, who has the lead off at first.
They all need some TLC.
Dunham comes set again. Delivers the first pitch to Bagwell. It's in there, called the strike. We mentioned South Meck, 16 wins on the season. These are two of the best teams in the 4A West right now. And this one slips past the catcher and Barber. And Girton takes second.
Sure, I'll take second on the wild pitch.
You get a look at the wild pitch from Dunham. Got away from him, and Girton takes second. So a 1-1 count. Runner in scoring position for the Sabres here with 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. And Dunham comes to the zone again. Well, Rodney Dunham, who is on the mound, is only a sophomore. Misses low on this one. Will square it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. High and inside, we're full. This is the third full count situation on 4 batters face for Rodney Dunham here in the bottom of the first. Takes a peek over at second, he'll fire. Bagwell swings at this one. It's got the length and draws foul.
Bagwell hit that one real far. Unfortunately,
That one is leaving the park if he can straighten it out. Count still full. And Dunham will come off the rubber momentarily. Got 2 coaches that have both had the experience at the college level. We'll get to that a little later in the broadcast. And this one low. So back-to-back walks from Dunham. And runners at first and second with 2 outs. Bringing up Rhett Barker, the center fielder. Rhett Barker, 19 hits, 345 at average right now for South Meck. 13 RBI on the season. Swings at this one, lifts it out into right field. Charging in to make the catch. Had to find it in the sun was Gray Anderson. And that completes the first inning. No score. Couple left on for the Sabres. We'll be right back with a second right after these messages. No scores. We go to the second inning here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week between Myers Park and South Meck. This is the first of 2 this week. They'll play again Friday night. Big, tall, flame-throwing righty Cam Bagwell on the mound. The UNC Wilmington commit
WCCB Charlotte.
collected a strikeout, went back in the first inning.
Yes, sir.
Myers Park did have a runner in scoring position at second base. And when we go back to the bottom half with South Meck, they had runners at first and second with 2 outs. And no score after 1 as we come back to you on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Here's a look at those SOMAC 4A standings. Again, you see these two teams, along with Ardrey Kell, have been the cream of the crop in the league all season. Myers Park right now 5-1 in the league. Again, these two are going to play again Friday night. This is Gray Anderson, who will lead things off for Myers Park. This is a 3-hopper over to second base, and Fernandez gloves it and makes the throw over for out number 1 here in the second inning.
That brings to the plate number 23.
Get a second look at the first out here of the second inning. Evan Howard, the shortstop, comes up to the plate. This is 5, 6, and 7 that were due up here for Myers Park in the second. First pitch from Bagwell's in there, called a strike.
Brady on those. I'll cut to the basement or whoever's catching them.
Evan Howard, just a 9th grader at the plate. He's played a big part for Myers Park this year. Takes a look. Talking with Coach Four, he raves about this kid's potential over the next few years. It stays alive here on the cut as he fouls it back to the screen. Bagwell ahead 0-2. Trying to get Howard to chase a little bit. He doesn't bite. 1-2 count. One out here in the top of the second inning. This one swung on, grounded towards Short. Chris Short makes the glove, and the low throw. How about Louis Hill stretching out to come up with it, and it's in time. Take a second look. Short had to charge in, and Hill just stretches out for out number 2. Now this brings up Sam Bunden with 2 outs, who is the DH tonight in the Myers Park order. Bunden, one of the top in the league in base swipes as he takes a swing and whiffs the first pitch from Bagwell. Bunden in the 7 spot tonight for Eric Four in their order as he takes a look. Count 1-1. Swings at this one, lifts it up close to the screen, and it gets out of play.
That darn wall got in the way. So close for Nicholson.
A 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sam Bunden here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Bunden's a kid that had an arm injury his freshman year that Coach Four says he is still battling through. He's just a junior. Waving swing, and Bagwell picks up another strikeout. And that does it, his second of the night. Sabres coming to bat right after these messages. We come back to you here at South Meck High School tonight for our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. It's the Sabres and the Mustangs in the first of two here tonight. Again, we appreciate the hospitality South Meck High School has given our Bahakel Sports crew tonight for this one. And right now, no score through an inning and a half as you take a look back at the top half of this inning. A couple of ground outs, and then Bagwell able to collect his second strikeout of the ball game to cap things off. It was a 3-up, 3-down inning for Myers Park. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Sabres. Blake Nicholson, Louis Hill, and Chris Short. Here's a look at the catcher, Nicholson. Rodney Dunham on the mound for Myers Park delivers low on the first offering. Dunham got himself in 3 full count situations back in the first inning, including a wild pitch. And time call is Eric Ford wants to come out and have a quick chat with the sophomore, Rodney Dunham. Eric Ford, the head coach, year number 8. He's a PE teacher at Myers Park High School. This is a guy that spent time as a college coach for 10 years at Cal State San Bernardino. He was the head pitching coach at Belmont Abbey as well. Bounced around multiple programs, even played professionally in the Cubs organization. This is Nicholson waiting the 2-0 pitch. And that one's in there, called a strike. Fouled back. Tell you what, Dunham's done a good job. We noticed on the first bat of the leadoff hitter, Charlie Fernandez, he delivered 3 straight balls, battled back with back-to-back strikes, and then forced a ground out to second base. We saw him get himself behind 3-0 twice in the first inning. And here he is, his 4th full count situation of the day. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff to Nicholson. Inside and another walk. So a leadoff walk as Nicholson takes his base on balls. And here comes the first baseman, Louis Hill.
At first, we have courtesy runner at first base. That's number 12, Dylan Guller, ladies and gentlemen.
Dylan Guller to pinch run for the Sabres. And a quick chat between Barber and Dunham on the mound. That's Dunham's 3rd walk. Here in this one, and Louis Hill at the plate. He's an Oral Roberts signee heading to play Division I baseball next year. Talk about a couple of Division I prospects. Already mentioned Bagwell heading to Wilmington for South Meck. Time called again as Eric Ford comes out to the mound. And a pitching change is going to be made here in the bottom of the second inning. Three walks. Eric Ford has seen enough. And he makes the change now in the second inning with no score. As we get a look at our new pitcher in John Person out of relief.
New pitcher for the Mustangs is number 20, John Person.
Person, a fastball, slider, changeup guy. He's a typical 3-pitch guy. So Dunham goes 6 batters, and they make the change here in the second inning. Well, John Person a couple of weeks ago had a couple of shutout games that he tossed in relief for Myers Park. And he'll get his opportunity here against Louis Hill, the first baseman for the Sabres, as he takes his warm-up tosses. Folks, we want to remind you that tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances, Acosta Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, and last but not least, Charlotte's hometown legal team. That's the Downer Law Firm. Be sure if you're injured to call the Downer Law Firm. We're glad to have you with us on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week tonight. Kendall Lewis here with you. Well, a pitching change after the third walk from Rodney Dunham. Since South Meck had runners at first and second, they left on base back in the first inning. And John Person comes in.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for number 25, Louis Hill.
Now here we go. The first baseman, Louis Hill, to the plate. Nobody out. And first pitch swung on and empty. Person fires, and it's in there as well. 0-2, he jumps ahead on the first baseman, Louis Hill. Hill, a .275 hitter coming into tonight's game for South Meck. Keeps a good eye here. Got a couple of home runs this year for the Sabres as well. 1-2 count, runner at first. And Person will fire over there to check on Blake Nicholson, who was walked just a few moments ago. Pardon me, Guller, the pinch runner, over at first. This one swung on and fouled off. Person comes set again. Goes back to first base. There's a low toss over to first. Bo Alois holding, the first baseman for Myers Park. Once again, folks, we got plenty of high school baseball, softball, even women's soccer and lacrosse coming your way. Runner goes, and Guller, high throw that trickles out into center field. And South Meck with a runner in scoring position here, and just one out.
Number 9, shortstop, junior Chris Short.
Chris Short at the plate for the Sabres. Takes a look at the first pitch. Inside, called a ball. Up high on the delivery from Person. Guller, the pinch runner for the Sabres at second, who just swiped it. Talk about multi-sport athletes. John Person is one of those, also a talented football player for Myers Park. 3 balls and no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And there's the fastball from Person. It's in there. This one fouled back. A full count with a runner in scoring position for the South Meck Sabres. Really a must-win tonight. We mentioned South Meck at 4-2 in the conference. Myers Park at 5-1. At least to stay alive in that chase at the top. Ardrey Kell having a spectacular season as well. They're 4-2 in this league. And a personal step off. This one swung on. Liner out into center field. Catch made by Johnson. And 2 away from Myers Park. And it stymies Guller at second base. Take another look.
Chase Bremer.
Here comes the third baseman, Chase Bremer. The bottom of the Sabres order. And Person finds the zone on the first offering. Low pitch, it squirts away from Barber.
Gilder scurries to third base on the pass ball.
Guller takes third. And all of a sudden things getting interesting here with 2 outs. South Meck threatening here in the bottom of the second inning, trying to get on the board first here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Person low again. Two balls, 1 strike on Chase Bremer, the third baseman. And Person finds the zone again. Another full count upcoming. Bremer's 6 RBI on the year. Takes a look, keeps a good eye. That's ball 4.
Rattler works the count into a walk down to first base. That brings into play number 5.
So now runners on the corners for the Sabres. Here with 2 outs, and we're back to the top of their order.
I'm going to tell you who number 5 is in just a moment.
And time called. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Folks, we'll take a look back. There's those standings again.
Chillin', how many batters?
Talked about this league, arguably one of the best, at least top-heavy in the top 3 teams. Myers Park, South Meck, and Ardrey Kell just in a dogfight this year, vying for that top seed in the conference tournament beginning next week. And, of course, state playoff seeding next Saturday at the conclusion of those conference tournaments. I was talking with Brian Hoop, the head coach of South Meck, about this earlier today. He said this week, huge in terms of the amount of playoff games. If you're seeded, of course, in those top 4 seeds, could have 3, maybe 4 home state playoff games over the course of the next few weeks.
Jalen's got 2. Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, I got 3 total also.
Back to the top of the order, and Fernandez takes a cut and fouls it down the left side. John Person, if you weren't with us earlier, he came in to pitch for Rodney Dunham, the sophomore that got the start for Myers Park tonight. And this one's in there, called a strike. Fernandez grounded out to second base to lead things off back in the bottom half of the first inning. And gets a piece of this one and stays alive. Two outs, runners on the corners. Brimmer takes second base, no throw down. And now both runners in scoring position for the Sabres. Squared up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Person's going to step off for a moment. Fernandez swings at this one, grounds it over towards second, throw wide. 1 run comes in to score. How about 2? And South Meck's on the board here in the bottom of the second. Just a routine play for Perry's. You get a second look at the replay. Took a weird hop off the mound, and then Perry on the wide throw. 2 runs come in to score for South Meck. This brings up Brody Taylor, who went down looking to Rodney Dunham back in the first inning. And personal check on Fernandez. Now each team with an error now, as Fernandez steals second.
Fernandez swipes second to get himself into scoring position.
Taylor takes a look, falls behind 0-2. Person fires again, trying to get Taylor to chase, doesn't bite. Here comes the 1-2 from Person. And now we're square. Swings and whiffs. And Person strikes out Taylor, but 2 runs across for South Meck. They've got a 2-0 lead. So we go to the top of the third right after these messages. We come back to you here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. How about this crowd here tonight? How about this? What a nice appearance from the crowd there on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Kendall Lewis here with you. Cam Bagwell on the mound as the Sabres just scored 2 runs.
Leading off the inning for the Mustangs is number 2 sophomore Bryce Bailey.
And Bryce Bailey will lead things off for Myers Park. This is 8-9-1 in the Mustangs order to start it off in the top of the 3rd. He takes a look at the first pitch from Bagwell. It's in there, called a strike. Well, Bryce Bailey, just a 10th grader. When we think about Myers Park this year, 15 wins. And what they've done in the conference, they got a lot of young talent like Bailey in their lineup as this one's in there, called a strike. And swing and a whiff. And Bagwell's 3rd K of the night. So we get a second look at the replay.
Number 18, senior Max Perry for the Mustangs.
Here's Max Perry, the 9-hole hitter for the Mustangs. Up to the plate now. It's back-to-back strikeouts if you go back earlier for Cam Bagwell. We mentioned he's got 3 strikeouts now on the night. And this one's up high. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and whiffed. Another one for Bagwell.
Second out of the inning. That brings to the plate number 27, senior Bo Alois.
And now we're to the top of the order for Myers Park and Bo Alois. Bagwell in the first delivery. Alois reached base on an error on the first baseman back in the first inning for Myers Park. He was left stranded at second base. And the 0-1 misses up high. We're square. And high and inside. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. And 2 outs on back-to-back strikeouts from Cam Bagwell. And he finds the zone again. This one swung on. It's a ground ball back up the middle. Played by Chris Short. And the throw over the hill in time. 3 up and 3 down. Still a 2-0 game. South Meck trying to add to that right after these messages. And we welcome you back as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. 2-0 score. South Meck leading Myers Park. Again, folks, we want to remind you these two teams play again on Friday night. As you take a look at this 3-up, 3-down frame, tell you what, when Bagwell's not striking opposing batters out, he's forcing groundouts tonight. And John Person on the rubber for Myers Park. Going to have to deal with Reese Girton, Cam Bagwell, and Rhett Barker. This is 3, 4, and 5 in the Sabres order. And Girton was walked back in the first, his first plate appearance. One of those two runners left stranded back in the first for South Meck. Swings at this one, lifts it a tower out into center field. Edgar Johnson's got a beat on it and calls everyone off to make the catch.
Even if you are not ready for the day,
Flies out for the first out. That brings to the plate number 21, senior Cam Bagwell.
See Edgar Johnson making that catch, plays a good center field for Myers Park. Here comes the big tall Cam Bagwell back to the plate. He was walked as well. Bagwell's been solid at the plate this year for the Sabres. We talked about what he does pitching-wise for this team. He's batting .291 on the year with 16 hits, 5 doubles. He'll take a look at this one. It's in there, called a strike. And low in the dirt, ball 4. So Bagwell is walked for the second time tonight.
And that brings to the plate number 1, senior Rhett Barker.
And Rhett Barker, who's one of 13 seniors on this South Meck team this year. Swings to the first pitch, hard hit. Can they turn 2? You betcha! 5-4-3 to complete the third inning. We'll be right back on Bahakel Sports. Five, 4-3 double play to end the third inning for the Myers Park Mustangs as we take a look back. And still a 2-0 ball game. And here is that double play. Washburn to Perry over to Aloise. The Sabres scored those 2 runs back in the second inning. We go to the top of the 4th now. And Myers Park trying to get on the board tonight here as we get in the latter part of this game.
Leading off the inning for the Mustangs is number 12, junior William Washburn.
2, 3, and 4 due up. William Washburn, Edgar Johnson, and Sam Barber in the Mustangs order. Well, Bagwell has certainly looked the part on the mound. Has not given up a hit yet. And this one fouled, and the umpire took a shot to the chest. He got the worst of that one.
Bro, I know that jump hurt so
And
bad.
you get a second look. The home plate umpire shaking up a little
It got
bit.
him in the wrist.
It looked like it got him in that wrist area. And he'll take a moment, rightfully so.
Yeah, but I don't know if he could have. I think it was. I don't know if bro could have gotten his hand out to call anything. I think they called it a ball.
And maybe working on his arm as well. This was a mean foul right back at the home plate umpire. Take another look. It's hard to tell exactly where it got him, but he went right for that wrist area.
They switched it. It was a strike. Who's working right now?
Still working on that wrist of our home plate umpire here. Folks, we want to remind you, Saturday, we've got flag football coming up here on BahakelSports.com. That's right, flag football, Saturday, 9 o'clock at Ardrey-Kell High School right here on BahakelSports.com. How about 4 teams that'll play a round-robin style format? That begins at 9 o'clock. You can scan the barcode to watch that right here. Providence, Huff, West Charlotte, and Hopewell, all 4 schools that will be battling it out on the gridiron on our Flag Football Classic here on BahakelSports.com. That's Saturday. And then, of course, we've got plenty more high school baseball, softball, as well as women's soccer and men's and women's lacrosse the rest of this spring as we get into the state playoffs in all these sports here in just a few weeks. There's a stoppage of play here in the top of the 4th. That, if you're just tuning in, our home plate umpire took a shot to the wrist area
Put an ice pack on his arm.
off a foul ball.
Move, catcher, move.
And he appears to be okay as they wrap that wrist up. And we're ready to play again.
We will resume the at-bat.
William Washburn at the plate. And we get back to action here as Bagwell winds up and misses upstairs. We'll even the count up at a ball and a strike. This one's in there, called the strike 2. William Washburn, kid that Coach Four talks about playing third base tonight. Coach Four says he really takes away the bunt, but he can play anywhere in the infield on this team. They have shifted him around throughout his high school career, and he swings and misses at this one, and Bagwell picks up another strikeout.
Gets the K to start the inning. That's 1 out. And that brings to the plate for the Mustangs, number 21, junior Edgar Johnson.
Well, Cam Bagwell in the zone right now for South Meck, leading 2-0.
It's 7.
And Edgar Johnson back to the plate. He's one of those strikeout victims. Bagwell with a fastball, and that one's just burns up the zone, called a strike. Cam Bagwell's fastball hovers between 88 and 93. We mentioned he has topped out, according to Coach Hoop, at 94 mile an hour on that fastball. 1-1 pitch. One hopper hit over toward third. Brimmer, the long throw. It's in time.
That's Chase Brammer, our third baseman, makes quick work of it for out number 2 in the inning.
2 down for the Sabres here in the top of the 4th.
That brings to the plate for the Mustangs, number 11, senior Samuel Barber.
Here comes the catcher, Samuel Barber, back to the plate for the Mustangs with 2 outs. Showing bunt, it's foul. Barber, a part of that senior class for Myers Park. We talked about it with Myers Park. They've got an interesting mix on their roster this year of older guys and some really good young talent. Count all squared up at a ball and a strike. Showing bunt again is Barber. And back into the screen. Well, Bagwell stays ahead at 1-2. Swing and a whiff, another one for Cam Bagwell. How about 6 Ks on the night for the big fella? And we go to the bottom of the 4th. South Meck leading 2-0. We'll be right back.
Thanks again to these amazing sponsors. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, email SMH.
All right, folks, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here with the Sabres coming to bat, trying to add to their 2-0 lead. Cam Bagwell, who we highlighted in the open, is a draft prospect. He's heading to play at UNC Wilmington. 6 strikeouts already tonight. Of course, he's got the no-hitter going as well for South Meck. John Person still on the mound for Myers Park. He came in to pitch for Rodney Dunham back in the 2nd inning.
Fans, don't forget, now's an opportunity to go and get some from the concession stand. We have delicious hamburgers, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, as well as snacks and drinks. In between innings is your prime opportunity to get you something.
We mentioned, we showed you the SOMAX 4A standings. Myers Park at 5-1. South Meck and Ardrey Kell at 4-2. We'll take another look if you weren't with us earlier. That's what the conference looks like right now. With these 2 teams playing again on Friday in the conference tournament beginning next week.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th with Sabres, number 10.
Interesting couple of games for these 2 teams right here because, you know, you finish the top of your league, could be seated anywhere in the top 8 to 9 teams in the West region, which could possibly, if you're in that top 4, could give you 3, maybe 4 home playoff games come state playoff time in a couple of weeks as Person delivers a strike to Blake Nicholson, catcher who will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th for South Meck. Nicholson connects on this one. It's lifted out into center field. Johnson charges in. He makes the catch. Quickly 1 down for the Mustangs. Here comes Louis Hill. Back to the plate for South Meck. Swings at the first pitch. It's a chopper foul down the left side.
Coach, that third baseman just showed you how it's done. You got to get down. Drop your hips.
Personal wind up again. Back-to-back foul balls from Louis Hill. Louis Hill going to play Division I college baseball at Oral Roberts. Stays alive on this one as he fouls it back to the screen. Hill's a part of that senior class.
Dude, it was Halen and Rocky.
With 13 seniors, a massive senior class.
It was Halen Worth close by. His sunroof got busted.
For Brian Hoop and his South Meck crew. Fouls another one off. That's 4 straight foul balls. Here with 1 out at the bottom of the 4th. Person delivers. It's a grounder hit to second base. Perry plays it, makes the throw in plenty of time. 2 away for the Mustangs.
And now, put your hands together, Sabre Nation.
So with 2 outs, here comes the shortstop, Chris Short, who lined out into center field in his first plate appearance. Swings to the first pitch. He laces this one out into right center for a base knock. 3rd hit of the game for the Sabres.
Single for Short. Brings to the plate. Number 3, Chase Bremer.
And Chase Bremer steps up with 2 outs and a runner at first. Fouls the first pitch off. He was walked back in his first plate appearance. Ended up coming in to score a run off the error from the second baseman, Max Perry, where South Meck scored 2 runs in that bottom of the 2nd inning. Good pitch. Burns up the inner edge. Called strike 2. So 0-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at first. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And throw back to first. Trying to check on the base runner, Chris Short, who has the lead. Person goes back to first again.
Come on, bro.
0-2, it's inside, ball 1. South Meck scored those 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. They've done it on 3 hits tonight. Each team has an error. We'll square that count up at 2-2. Person again back to first. Really keeping an eye on Chris Short. Base runner over there for the Sabres. This one swung on, hit back up the middle. And back-to-back hits with 2 outs for the Sabres.
Bremer with another 2-out single. Turns over our lineup. That brings to the plate. Strike that. We have a
Get a second look. Good piece of hitting for Chase Bremer.
Hey, be aggressive, kid.
You got it, Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 17.
And we've got a pinch hitter, Charlie Davis, here at the top of the South Meck order. With runners at first and second base. And Charlie Davis going to play at the junior college level at Cleveland Community College. Swings and fouls this one off on the first pitch. With Davis a part of that humongous senior class here for the Sabres. Pinch hitting in place of Charlie Fernandez at the top of the order. We'll square it up at a ball and a strike. Low pitch from John Person.
Be aggressive. Let's go.
2-1, it's hit back up the middle. Rounding third and coming in to score is Chris Short. So a 2-out RBI single for Charlie Davis. And all this with 2 outs for the Sabres. 3 straight hits. And South Meck adds to their lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now, number 15, Brody Taylor steps to the plate.
Here's Brody Taylor, who is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Really good hitter for South Meck. Trying to keep this rolling. And bouncer in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. 3 straight hits for South Meck with 2 outs, and they drive in a run. And this one swung on and fouled back. And this one's in there. Two-two. Swing and a whiff. And that will do it for the 4th. South Meck post a run on 3 hits. Couple left on. They lead this one 3-0 on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. South Meck leads it 3-0 as we come back to you here for the top of the 5th inning on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Over the league leaders in Myers Park, who's only got one conference loss coming into tonight. And you take a look at all the damage that was done. There was the 3rd run of the game as Short comes in to score on that RBI single from Charlie Davis, who was pinch hitting.
For Myers Park is number 19, junior Gray Anderson.
For Fernandez at the top of the order. And Gray Anderson's going to lead things off for Myers Park. He'll take a cut at the first pitch, hits it out into right field, and the catch made by Reese Girton.
Play by Gertie in right field for the first out of the inning.
Quickly one down for the Sabres.
For the Mustangs, number 23, freshman
Brings up the shortstop, Evan Howard, who grounded out to the shortstop in his first plate appearance. He'll swing at the first pitch. Lifts it up and over the screen.
Missed all of the people out here. It's great.
Well, Cam Bagwell, 6 strikeouts
Jalen, I know you tensed up a little
in
bit.
this game so far for South Meck. He's got a no-hitter going. One. Called strike 2. Bagwell, a quick worker on the mound. He goes right back to it. This one swung on. It's laced out into right center, and it drops in for a base knock. Howard records the first hit of the game for Myers Park.
No, they got one earlier. This is the second.
Now up number 24, Sam Bundon.
As Bagwell throws back to first. Excuse me, second hit of the game for Myers Park here in this one. We talked about Bagwell with those 6 strikeouts coming into this 5th inning. And pitch inside. Throw to first. Close. Bagwell, a quick pickoff move. You saw it on display right there. Ground ball, this one hit. Down the line, it's fair. Back-to-back hits for the Mustangs.
Double just inside third base down the left field line.
And all of a sudden, runners at second and third for Myers Park. On the sweet piece of hitting from Sam Bundon, the DH.
Number 2, sophomore Price Bailey.
Price Bailey, the left fielder, comes up for Myers Park.
Freaking cold.
And time called. Brian Hoop's going to head out to the mound. Have a quick chat. And again, this is just to settle down the Sabres a little bit. That 3-0 lead. We've seen back-to-back hits from Evan Howard and Sam Bundon.
Delicious and delectable opportunities opportunities to get some food at the concession stand. Hamburgers, hot
A
dogs,
pivotal game for South
cheeseburgers,
Meck.
as
We
well
mentioned
as
they're
bars,
tied
drinks like
with Ardrey-Kell at 4-2 in the SOMAC conference standings right now as you get a look at
this
those.
opportunity to go get a snack. Delicious.
It's interesting. You look at these two teams' schedules. They're going to play again Friday. South Meck actually has a non-conference game tomorrow against Huff. That's another really good team
For real, that
in the
second one
4A
was-
West region.
That was almost a foul ball.
And the Sabres, winners of 3 straight games. One of their 2 losses came to Ardrey-Kell. They split with the Knights, losing 6-5 and then bouncing back with a 10-1 victory over Ardrey-Kell. The 1-0 fastball, it's in there, called a strike. Bagwell facing some adversity here with runners at second and third, only 1 out. Good pitch again off speed. One, two. And it's fouled off. Price Bailey stays alive for Myers Park.
Oh.
You betcha. Inner edge, called strike 3. Strikeout number 7 for Cam Bagwell.
That brings to the plate number 18, senior Max Perry for the Mustangs.
And out of the bottom of the Mustangs order with Max Perry, 9-hole hitter who steps up with runners at second and third. Pitch up high. Max Perry, a Division I commit. He's heading to play at VMI in the Southern Conference next year. 1-0. Gets a piece of it. This Myers Park team we mentioned's got multiple Division I commits. South Meck with a couple as well, and Cam Bagwell, who's on the mound, heading to play at UNC Wilmington. Louis Hill, the first baseman, heading to play at Oral Roberts. A swing and a whiff. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, it's lifted high in the air, and the lights out into shallow left field. And Chris Short gonna make the catch. How about Bagwell? With runners threatening at second and third. They fend them off, and South Meck leading and coming to bat when we return. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning here from South Mecklenburg High School tonight for our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. And we saw back-to-back hits from Myers Park, who were threatening. They ended up getting both runners in scoring position at second and third with one out. If you take a look back at that top half of this inning, and then Bagwell does what he does best, records his 7th strikeout, and then forces a pop-up into shallow left field, and that retired the top half of this fifth inning. And South Meck still got a 3-0 lead here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. John Person still on the mound, and they're still tending to the home plate umpire who took a mean foul ball off that wrist area. They had to bandage it up earlier. I'll tell you what, he got the worst right to that wrist area earlier in this game.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for your Sabres, number 6, Reese Dirty Gertie Gertie.
Reese Girton, Cam Bagwell, and Rhett Barker. This is 3, 4, and 5 in the Sabres order that are due up. Person on the wine and fire. It's in there, called a strike. Girton was walked. He flew out into center field back in the third inning. It's been his 2 plate appearances. Swings at this one, hits it out into shallow right field, and Gray Anderson's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch.
Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
Now stepping to the plate.
Good contact on the swing from Girton. It hits it right at Anderson. There's one down for Myers Park. And Cam Bagwell, the pitcher who's been walked twice in both of his plate appearances tonight. At the plate, he takes a look at the first pitch. It's a strike. Person misses low. Hard cut from Bagwell, and he comes up empty. One ball, 2 strikes. Person on the wine and fire. This one swung on, hit right back at Person. He gloves it, and he'll step on the bag. 2 down for the Mustangs.
And now put your hands together for number 1, senior Rhett the Jet Barker.
This brings up Rhett Barker out of center field. And Person blows this one right past him. Barker pops it up, drifting into foul territory. And Bo Aloise able to make the catch, and that'll do it for the fifth inning. Still a 3-0 ball game on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. We'll be right back from South Meck High School when we return. Three 3-0 score here as we come back to you on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Myers Park coming to the plate here in the top of the 6th inning. So we take a look back. It was a 3-up, 3-down inning that time for the Sabres. Well, it's going to be interesting here to see if Myers Park, who had 2 runners in scoring position, can get it going. At one point, if you go back into the 5th inning, Myers Park had back-to-back hits, a single and then a double. And we're at the top of the Myers Park order with Bo Aloise, 1, 2, and 3. Aloise, William Washburn, and Edgar Johnson are the 3 that are due up. Cam Bagwell, who has had 7 strikeouts in the game, trying to go to a complete distance tonight for South Meck. 7 strikeouts. He's given up the 3 hits. Hard hit ground ball deep in the hole. Short's got a long throw. At 1 hops, and Aloise beats it out. That'll go down for a hit for Myers Park. That's their 4th of the game. As you take a second look. Good effort by Short, who had to play it deep in the hole. 4th hit of the game for Myers Park.
Stepping in, number 12, William Washburn for the Mustangs.
And here comes William Washburn. Struck out swinging his last time at the plate. And this one's in there, called a strike. Washburn, we mentioned, plays 3rd base for Myers Park. But Coach Four said earlier, this is a kid that has really moved around the infield his entire career. He's a junior for Myers Park. They like him at 3rd because he can really take away the bunt. It takes a look at this one. Just outside, 1 ball and a strike. Low and away again, 2-1. Just inside. 3 balls and 1 strike here in the top of the 6th inning. Kendall Lewis here with you on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week in the South Meck 4A Conference tonight. Fastball burns it up. Now we're full. Throw back to first. Now there's a rundown with Aloise. And they place the tag. So 1 out for the Sabres as we take a second look at the replay. Well executed by South Meck.
Washburn steps back in with a full count and 1 out now.
And a full count on William Washburn. Washburn takes a cut, fouls it down the right side. And ball 4, it's a walk. Washburn will take his base.
Now stepping in for the Mustangs is number 21, junior Edgar Johnson.
And Edgar Johnson, who's 0 for 2, he struck out swinging and grounded out to the 3rd baseman. His 2nd time at the plate. comes to bat with one out. Three of the 4 Myers Park hits have come in the last 2 frames. Bagwell will throw back to first to check on Washburn. One, swing and a whiff. Bagwell just burns up the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Bagwell will go back to first again. Checking on that base runner, William Washburn. You mentioned it's tough to get a big lead on Cam Bagwell. He's got a quick pickoff move. This one's low and away. We'll square the count up. Full count again. Bagwell takes a peek over at first. Here's the payoff. Just outside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks from Cam Bagwell. Runners at first and second here.
I just want to take a moment, everyone, to point out how pretty the moon is right now. Right out there, above center field.
And
you're welcome.
Focus up.
Brian Hoop going to go back out to the mound. There's a meeting on the mound with the Sabres infield. Interesting spot. We mentioned South Meck scored the first 2 runs of the game in the bottom of the second. Posted a run later in the 4th. And they've scored those 3 runs off 5 hits tonight in this one. Again, these 2 teams going to play again on Friday night. You think about a South Meck win tonight, we get the Sabres to 5-2. They split with Ardrey Kell. Win Friday night, put themselves in position to possibly win the SoMac regular season, be the top seed in the conference tournament next week. Again, it's going to come down to that conference tournament with Ardrey Kell, South Meck, and Myers Park. All 3 have been neck and neck all season long in this league.
That's strike 1 to senior Samuel Barber.
Good first pitch to Sam Barber from Bagwell. One swung on, leaping grab, and the flip to second. The Sabres double it up. Charlie Fernandez makes the play for South Meck, and that'll retire the top half of the 6th. How about a spectacular grab by Charlie Fernandez, the second baseman for the South Meck Sabres. And then the little flip over to second base as South Meck doubles up Myers Park to wrap up the top half of this sixth inning and a 3-0 lead. As we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and here is that play and that catch from Fernandez off the swing that had base hit written all over it from Sam Barber. And South Meck leading 3-0. So we come to bat. Nicholson, Hill, and Short are due up for South Meck. Folks, we want to remind you that tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances. That's your outdoor and kitchen headquarters. Acosta Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. And last but not least, the Downer Law Firm. That's Charlotte's hometown legal team. Six, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the Sabres order.
Leading out the bottom of the sixth for your Sabres is number 10, Blake Nicholson.
Here's Blake Nicholson at the plate. Takes a look at the first offering. It's called a strike. And Nicholson flew out into center field his last time at bat. Takes a cut at this one, swings late, fouls it back. This one bounces in the dirt. Nicholson connects on this one. Out into center field, but it's right at Edgar Johnson who makes the snag.
Myers Park loses. It's not on that center fielder.
Now stepping into the plate for the Sabres, number 25, senior Louis Hill.
So a fly out to center field will bring up Louis Hill, who grounded out to second base. Takes a cut at the first pitch. It's popped up. Drifting out into shallow center field. And dropped by the shortstop, Howard. Just lost it in the lights. So we get a second look. Just couldn't squeeze it in. And now we get a pinch runner.
Pinch runner at first.
And Andrew Giro.
Number 7, Andrew Giro. Stepping to the plate is number 9, Chris Short.
So Giro comes in to pinch run for Louis Hill. And Chris Short at the plate for the Sabres. Brian Hoop gets some speed on the base paths here with just one out. Looking for some insurance runs. Here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Pitch in there, called a strike. John Person on the mound for Myers Park. He came in to pitch in the bottom of the second inning with nobody out for Rodney Dunham, who got the start for Myers Park. Person will go back over to Aloise, who's holding it first with a 2-1 count. Throw back to first one more time. This one fouled down the right side again, up and over the press box. With Chris Short, the shortstop, who kind of sparked the hitting for South Meck back in that fourth inning. Sabres had 3 straight hits, including an RBI single from Charlie Davis, who came in to pinch hit back in that fourth, where they added to their lead. And Short hits it down the right side again and foul. Throw back over to first. Giro, the pinch runner for the Sabres. And fouled back up and over the screen. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kendall Lewis here with you on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Again, folks, more high school baseball coming at you the rest of this spring, as well as into the playoffs in a couple of weeks. We've got some really good teams in this 4A West region of the state. And these 2 teams right here destined to make deep playoff runs.
10 to first base.
2-2, it's driven back up the middle for a base hit. And Chris Short does it again. His second hit of the night. And runners on first and second for the Sabres with 1 out.
Sabres number 3, Chase Bremer.
To the bottom of the order for South Meck, and Chase Bremer, who also singled back in the 4th inning. Eric Four is going to come out to the mound. There is action in the Myers Park bullpen area. This is interesting here. With South Meck leading 3-0 again with one of the best pitchers in the state of North Carolina, and Cam Bagwell on the other side. We talked about it earlier. Hits have been tough to come by. Eric Four going to stay with John Person on the mound.
Put your hands together for number 3, Chase Bremer.
Chase Bremer at the plate. This is the 9-hole hitter in the Sabres order. He singled his last time at the plate. Person delivers a called strike. Chopping ground ball hit right back to Person. He tries to go to second with it, and it's wide. It trickles out into center field, and now the bases are loaded. With one out. Take another look. Just a routine play on what would be for Person. Second error of the game for Myers Park. And we're back to the top of the South Meck order with Charlie Fernandez. Sabres looking to add to their lead here. With the bases loaded, here's the pitch from Person, and it's fouled back to the screen. Pivotal game in the South Meck 4A conference tonight. And this one just misses from Person as well.
South Meck is ranked. They're ranked higher. They're ranked close.
1-1 pitch up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded with 1 out. High and away.
One hit here, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Let's go. Oh, good cut.
Swung on and fouled back. Tell you what, when you look at these two teams in the latest 4A West Region RPI ranking, South Meck, based on their strength of schedule, has one of the toughest in the West Region. Of course, we mentioned Myers Park at 5-1, and this one drops into left field for a base knock. 1 run scores. How about another? Seventh hit of the game, and South Meck leads it 5-0. Just a good piece of hitting, and then it got through the glove of Bailey out and left, which allowed another run to score. And now runners at second and third. And a 5-0 South Meck lead. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brody Taylor, who has struck out twice, is at the plate for South Meck. He's due for 1. Takes a cut and he's empty.
Brandon, might need to stop my battery before this half inning. 12 minutes.
Mentioned South Meck looking for some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on, throw down to first, makes it official. Now 2 away for Myers Park. And that'll bring up Reese Girton.
Number 6, Reese Girton.
No sound.
It's coming back up.
So Girton at the plate with runners at second and third. And takes a look at the first pitch from Person. Girton was walked back in the first inning, then a couple of flyouts into center field and right field. Takes a cut at this one. It's a laser out into left field. And scores another run for the Sabres. Good piece of hitting for Reese Girton. And a 3-run inning so far for the South Meck Sabres. And a quick chat as Barber comes out to the mound to talk with John Persing. This would give South Meck their 17th win of the year. We mentioned they're on a 3-game win streak. And now both runners in scoring position as Girton takes second with Cam Bagwell at the plate. Bouncer in this one slips past Barber, and sliding in to score is Fernandez. And this nightmare 6 just continues for Myers Park.
Fernandez scores on the fastball. Girton moves up to third.
Brady, what's Mercy over?
And still a base runner at third as Bagwell swings and whiffs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. In there, called strike 3, and that'll do it for the 6th. How about 4 runs from the Sabres? And they lead this one 7-0. We'll be right back as we go to the 7th right after these messages. South Meck with a 7-0 lead over Myers Park here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week as we come back to you. And this is what the SOMAC Conference looks like right now. This is a pivotal game tonight. Myers Park, South Meck, Ardrey-Kell. South Meck split with Ardrey-Kell when they played a couple of weeks ago. Those two teams at 4-2, but a win tonight, South Meck would be tied at 5-2, and these two have got to play again on Friday night. And, of course, Ardrey-Kell still with a couple of conference games this week as well. But the conference tournament next week, and there is a ton to play for. This league is one of those leagues. Conference tournament going to be interesting with those 3 teams at the top. And we go to the 7th inning. Bagwell trying to go the complete distance. Has been electric tonight. 7 strikeouts for the Sabres. And delivers a called strike there. Gray Anderson, Evan Howard, and Sam Bunden. The last hope for the Mustangs. Swing and a whiff. Another strikeout for Bagwell.
That brings the line to 23, freshman Evan Howard.
And South Meck 2 outs away from collecting what would be their 17th win of the season. Just a tremendous season the Sabres are having this year in one of the toughest conferences in the 4A classification, with those 3 teams that we just talked about at the top, and these two and Ardrey Kell. This one's fouled off down the left side from Howard. Evan Howard 1 for 2, a ground out and a single. Swings at the high pitch from Bagwell. How about back-to-back Ks here in the 7th?
That brings to the plate number 24, junior Sam Bundy.
And it all comes down to this. Sam Bundy for Myers Park. Just a monster bottom half of the 6th inning. 4 runs for the Sabres. They've gotten those 7 runs on 8 hits. A laser, this one hit right at Short. He plays it off the one hop. Chris Short makes the throw. And that'll do it. South Meck wins it in shutout fashion. Cam Bagwell finishes with 8 strikeouts. The Sabres win this one 7-0 on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. And they get a share of first place. These 2 teams are going to play again Friday night for the 2nd time, the final regular season game. Our final score, 7-0. Sabres 7 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. For Kendall Lewis, Brady Pugh, the rest of our Bahakel Sports production crew, we say good night from Charlotte.